What is going on, everyone? My name is Northy and I am finally back for what feels like it's been way too long. We've got a round 3 team coach preview. Now obviously I have missed the review of round 1 and everything round 2 wise, so I have been a bit lazy as it stands for the team coach season. However, I am going to finally get back into the swing of things and jump into round 3. I know I've seen a few comments here and there that have said, where are the team coach previews and reviews? Are you still doing the team coach stuff? And yes, I am. I am just busy beyond belief. Which is a good thing. It's a good thing. I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff for the podcast, trying to get jobs in real life that are related to media and sort of things. Obviously, last year was taken up by university. This year's been taken up by work. Although, the good thing is, some of the work is still involved with the stuff that I do on the channel and helps all that stuff out. So, I appreciate you guys staying patient with me. And I'm really excited to have a look at what Team Coach has done for us this week and how it's looked. And I finally have a fantasy forecast to go through this week. I think that's maybe a reason why I didn't do round 2. I just couldn't do round 2 with a fantasy forecast. I couldn't get around to putting the codes in. I just couldn't. So here we are again. We've got another week and some more games to enter, which is always a positive. So again, I appreciate you all tuning in. And if you guys enjoyed the video that you see here today, leave a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you are new as well. Team Coach season well and truly in and amongst it, as well as just the general AFL season. But I hope to see how we can finish off the AFL season this year. I'm hoping over 5k. We'll see how it goes. But nonetheless, I am very appreciative of the people here at the moment and making the ride just as fun as it always is. Of course, like I said, be sure to tune into the podcast. I've got a breaks channel if you want to see me open more packs. That's all in the description of the video. Without further ado, let's jump into how our team's looking. Alright, so we are finally having another look at the website. You can see 4.5 hours until round 4 closes. And I have been having a look at how to improve my team as the season goes on. So, first off, while I've got the chance to, I'm going to have a look at the fantasy forecast. Now, the great thing about this, I managed to pull a North player in the fantasy forecast, and we'll be able to have a look at how that all kind of goes to start with. It is this Tristan Sherry card, so I'm excited to use this card and see whether we can get close to it and whether we can maybe get a prize set from it. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to go, but if we click here and we go down to Tristan Sherry, we will be able to predict his fantasy points. Now, he's averaging a lot less than he did last year, but you have to look at matchups when it comes to these things. So I know that they are coming up against Sydney. Brodie Grundy is the one I believe that he will be going up against. And Sherry has his usual way of doing things. I'm going to have a guess and say he's got 4 tackles coming. I'm going to say he doesn't kick a goal. I'm going to say he grabs himself, let's say 4 marks. I'm going to go a little bit above average. Disposals wise, it's tough. It's tough to say for sure. I'm going to say he gets 20. And then the thing on top of that is you got to get into effect the hit outs that he's got. So we're not going to get it exactly on the money. But if we up this one to, I think if we can go to 100, he can definitely get there. It's just about how far over do we think he'll go. I think he's going to get to 113. 113 is my guess. Hopefully I'm on the money. I don't know. But the unfortunate thing about fantasy forecasts, these kind of act as tickets. A lot of confusion, I think, to start the year. People wondering, where are my players? Like, why are my codes only working once? Like, how does that work? So we've got ourselves a bit of an explanation here. They work as tickets almost. So you get 1 entry. As soon as you use your entry, the ticket's done. You no longer get to use that player, which means if you want to get your favorite team, you have to get your players or your team's fantasy forecast card. So that's why I'm using Tristan Sherry, because I want to get the North Melbourne set, and the North Melbourne set, the only one that I've got in it is Tristan Sherry. So that's what I'm going to have a guess with, and it's really my only choice. You can see I've got all these other ones I can use. A lot of them are injured, so it's a little bit scary for some. Like, I can't do Carlton, I can't do Fremantle right now. Jared Witts and Tom Green, I'm pretty sure I could do some of them soon. Although, the main thing is, right, it doesn't matter how well or how poorly they play. It's just if you manage to correctly guess their stats. So this is what I'm going with, and I hope it works. Once you save your forecast, you cannot use this code again, right? Gives you the warning, which is good to see. That's what our forecast is looking like. So, yeah, not too bad. It looks like I can do multiple entries as well, which is actually quite helpful. So, nonetheless, we'll see how this turns out. Our result won't show up until the end of the round, but we'll see how it turns out. I'd love to see if I can try and win one or multiple team sets. There's 125 per team and up to 90 winners from what I remember. A total of 90 top scoring are available, and I can't remember. Yeah, up to 90 winners per week. So lots of people can win it, and I just hope I am one of them. Now we're going to go and have a look over at top team. Now, I will quickly mention again, I have mentioned it before in previous videos, my top team is looking a bit meh, but star powers, more in the star powers realm. I have a Discord channel, and at the moment my Discord is doing really well in getting a whole bunch of silver star powers together. Silver star powers are multi-use, meaning that once you use it, it doesn't go away, right? It's the only one at the moment this year that works like that, because obviously Forecast doesn't, Team Star Powers don't, and plenty of other cards do not do multi-use, including the case hits and the generational legends, all that type of stuff. But what we know for a fact is that in Silver Star Powers, you can use it multiple times, and we have set up a spreadsheet to try and get all of them, so that if you want to enter the Team Star Power, or sorry, the Team Star Power, if you want to enter the Star Power competition, and you want to try and do as best you can with the silvers, that checklist has got it all for you. You can have a look through that. It's not complete, but it's got a fair few of them, so I'll be able to use a few of them when we get to Star Powers. But we're going to look at top team first. Now, if I remember correctly, I am missing some teams, so I'm going to have a look through my collection, because I'm also missing a few cards here and there that I reckon I can put the codes in for now. I don't have GWS, lovely. I have a GWS silver I can chuck in, how good. Beautiful, we've got GWS now. And that could be good. There's some good ones in there, like Lockie Whitfield. He's always one that seems to be a pretty good choice. I'm not seeing any others, so we're going to work with that. We're going to work with what we've got there. I think just the GWS edition this week. So let's have a look at what we got. Obviously, Sherry wasn't the best one last week, and Tom DeConing ended up topping it. Tom DeConing is more and more becoming one you've got to look at. I think he had, what, close to 30 posies? So he's one you have to look at, but coming up against Collingwood and Darcy Cameron is going to be an interesting test for him. I really think this week is the week to stick with our Tristan Sherry pick. However, I am going to move from Josh Rochelle because he got injured, and that ruined our top 4 last week. So if we have a look through here, Sam Darcy is continuing to really stand out. Some ones here like Riley Thilthorpe, really enjoyed a North Melbourne defense. Mitch Georgiades doing a lot. Paul Curtis getting involved. I'm just trying to look in here and see who could potentially have a fantastic week matchup-wise. Season average right now, it's telling me Isaac Rankin. I don't know how I feel about that. It's going by season rank here. I am not sure. Oh, he did have himself a good week, to be fair, against North Melbourne. And he's up against Gold Coast. Yeah, I'm going to go Rankin. I think Rankin's a better choice. He got himself in the midfield a bit during the week. So if he can do that again, he's a great forward pickup. I'm just hoping to get Sydney very soon and use Isaac Heaney. Unless he's still midfield this year, which would be a shame. But it's alright. It's a-okay. We're also going to switch up our midfielder. Now, Jordan Dawson is a very, off and on. Sometimes does well, sometimes not as much. And I'm seeing here John Newcomb, which is really good because I've got his team star powers. Lots of great ones here. Oh, Zach Merritt's an interesting choice. Just got to remember, Hawthorn and Essendon aren't playing this week, so there goes my top few. I'm thinking, I don't want to go Adelaide again, man. I'm going to have a lot of Adelaide and Norths again. We don't want to be doing that. We just don't. Oh, who else, though? Who else could potentially be in there? This is a really tough one. Really tough one. Oh, I may have to go Libba or Saligo. Oh, we're going to go... this is really tough. So Adelaide are up against Gold Coast. That's going to be a tough one for Saligo to smash out like he usually does. I'm going to go Libba, because Libba is up against Freo, who aren't playing as well, although their midfield's pretty good. Oh, that's a tough one to make, though. That's a tough midfield choice. I need all the teams so I can look at everybody and then really use the best of it. But we're going to go by season average here and have a look. Yeah, that's why I wanted GWS. Because Lockie Whitfield, I mentioned his name. You heard me mention his name. Lockie Whitfield, I think we're going to lock that one in. That's our 4-star, I reckon. Oh man, the good thing about 18-star, I can pick a few more, and that's great. I'm also starting to wish that I had Gold Coast, because Gold Coast's midfield has been fantastic as well. Oh man, it's such a tough week. It's been so tough to try and find the ones that work the best. Oh man. I'm looking at averages, and Josh Kelly could be a half-decent pick. I'm going to try Kelly this week, see how that one goes. Midfield feels a little bit sketchy in places. I reckon it could be better in some compared to others, but I'm not mad at it. Again, I just wish I had access to all of the cards. Jace Burgoyne, I forgot. He's having a fantastic start to the season. I think chucking him in could be a good choice here. Toby Green's another one that's been really under the radar. He's having a fantastic start to the season. May need to put Sam Darcy in there too. I need to get rid of one of these. I really do. Darcy Fogarty, I think, has got to go in for Brian Myers. Just the way that Adelaide has been playing has been fantastic. So we're going Darcy Fogarty in there. Riley Thilthorpe and Isaac Rankin could be risky, but Darcy Fogarty usually plays well. Rankin gets himself in the midfield, and Thilthorpe has been playing up to standard, so I think this could be a good pick. But this Jeremy Cameron pick, see, I feel like it could be the week to change this one, and I'm not 100% sure if I'm confident in that. Oh, I don't know. If I clear him and we go sort by season average, yeah, Cameron is low. Cameron is real low to start the season. We're going to chuck Myers in instead. I think that's what my A10 star is going to look like. It's still a lot of like pick and choose and kind of having guesswork. It is a really, really tough start to the season. I need to get more people's and more teams best and fairest cards because I need to try and get my chance at every single team because I do not like having so many like bottlenecks. I want to be able to use more. I really do. Because the more bottlenecks you have, the less chance you have of pulling any of the cards or using any of the cards that are doing really well. Either way though, not going to stress too much. I do know I need to move Nick Martin though. Ed Richards is the defender. Huh. Nice. I think I'm going to use Ed. That could be a good choice. Because he usually gets himself in the midfield, does he not? Oh well, we'll see how that turns out. And Sheasel, we'll have a look. Is there anyone who could do better than him? Nah, I think Sheasel's a good pick. I think we're going to stick with Sheasel. Yeah, we'll stick with him. Beautiful. So that team is saved. Again, not 100% confident on it, but I'm still feeling good. I'm still hopeful we can make something work with this team. We'll just see how it turns out, and we'll have a look at star powers. So you can see here, this is what our silver was looking like previously. You'll notice I haven't been really looking at the ladder. There's not much to look at. There really isn't. But the silver star powers, we're having a look through here. Definitely some changes that can be made, and I can make them right now if I just have a quick squiz over at our Silver Star Powers Excel sheet that we've got going on in the Northy's Corner Discord. So just like that, I've gone and chucked in Nick Dacos. He is on our list, so if you want a Nick Dacos Silver Star Power, check it out. I also wanted Tristan Sherry, so I've gone and chucked in Tristan Sherry because I want to. So again, the beauty of having just a kind of like a database to look out for all the codes is fantastic. So good on the Discord for getting on that. That was fantastic. I also thought, you know what? We probably need ourselves a Port Adelaide player in here too. So we have chucked in Connor Rose, considering he is playing in the midfield by himself. Again, it's another one that I've used from the spreadsheet, so thank the Lord for that. I'm honestly thinking about keeping Rankin though. I may keep Rankin in that Mosquito position with the way he's been playing. He's been doing really well. But is there anyone in emerging who could be better? There are a lot of choices in emerging, just by the way. Just having a look in here, I've seen Sam Darcy already. I've seen Sam Durham already. I've seen Jace Burgoyne, who we don't have the code for yet, but if you do, you can put that in the database yourself. Nonetheless, there is a lot to choose from in emerging this year. I'm going to go with Sam Durham. I think Sam has been playing very, very well as of late, and I think maybe chucking him in there could do us a few favours. So nice to kind of spread the players out, and again, the beauty of the database, you get a little bit of everything, so fantastic for that, and hopefully this team will be able to do me some wonders. Obviously, Silver Star Powers is a tough one to do. You have to be pretty much on the money to win a prize card in this one. But if you manage to do so, congratulations. That is a fantastic effort. Now, you can see here, I need to change up some players, but I'll be able to do so straight away. So, first off, I can change this one to Sam Durham, as we have done so in the previous one. Titans, I can change this one to one that I haven't used the code for just yet. There we go. Team Star Powers, Tristan Sherry. I had to do what I could to pick that player up. He was just going to be too good, and I couldn't take the opportunity to waste it. So I picked him up as soon as I could, and here we are. Pretty early on, Tristan Sherry. He's a very, very, almost guaranteed 100 points. He's been doing very well, previous season at least, but he's been doing his thing to keep himself involved in the play this year, so I'm hopeful that with his play, he will be able to be worth it in the game modes. Now, I have to clear John Newcomb, which is unfortunate. He's been very, very good as of late, but I do have other team star powers to kind of make it work. Now, this one could be pretty scary, but I really don't have any other team star powers that I am confident will be able to make up for the loss of John Newcomb. Jordan to go is really the closest I've got. Obviously, Titans is decent. Isaac Heaney as well, elite, decent. And then the rest of them I feel like could do their job too, but it's more about will Jordan to go play his standard, his best standard of football. Because I'm looking through here, and off the top of my head, I do see Jace Burgoyne, to be fair. Maybe a Jace Burgoyne could work out instead. Hello. Yeah, I've got the team star powers for Jace. You know what? Maybe that works better. Oh, I could have a really, really good week on our hands. Here we go. Now, this is a team that I'm liking. This is a team that I'm loving, actually. I think this team is looking really, really good. So we've got 2 ports, but both been playing at their best at times, and like 145 from a previous week, and Jace has been putting up plus 100s on a fairly consistent basis. Rankin coming off a great week. Sherry having a fantastic year. Heaney still in the midfield getting his touches. This could be a winner, and I'm really hopeful that it will be. So I'm going to save that team. Oh, this one looks really good. I'm really excited for this one. Oh, man. I completely forgot that I had Jace Burgoyne, and I can't believe it. He's been playing fantastic. With all that done, let's go have a look at our team coach tips. So I have been okay. I only had the 6 last week, but we've been doing our thing. We've been doing all right. We're just going to have a look here, though, and see how we are going to do. So, my tips for this week. Let's go through the obvious ones. We're going Brisbane over Richmond. We're going GWS over West Coast. And we're going Geelong over Melbourne. I feel like those are the easiest ones to get so far this week. The tough ones. Carlton, Collingwood. I'm going Collingwood because Carlton are 0-3. And we know that they're not too trustworthy to start the season. But we know at their best, they can play really well. So it could be a wrong guess, but I'm going to stick with Collingwood. Gold Coast versus Adelaide. It's at Gold Coast, and I've talked on my podcast about it. I'm going with Gold Coast. North versus Sydney. I am surprisingly confident with my Roo boys at Marvel. I think we could do it. I do think there's a chance we pick them off, so I'm hopeful that I am right and we do so. Then we've got Freo versus the Dogs. I have actually gone the Dogs for this one. They've been playing at a great standard. A standard I think that has been better than Freo so far. Despite it being at Optus Stadium, I think it could be good. And then Port versus St Kilda. It is at Adelaide. And that's why I've picked Port Adelaide. So, unfortunately, St Kilda and my mate, they're still on track for the 2-3 start. But nonetheless, it's been a good start for St Kilda, and they could absolutely prove me wrong, 100%. So that is what I'm going with for round 4. Let's hope I don't have a freaking awful week. Let's see how it turns out. But nonetheless, that is all I've got for the preview. So a bit of an all over the place type of episode, honestly. I spent a lot of the time trying to work out the teams on the fly. I know sometimes, and most of the time, if not all the time, I have done my team ahead of time, and when I come into these videos, I know why I've picked everything. But this time around, I've been trying to rush everything into this video, and hopefully it doesn't come out absolutely like incoherent and sounds like just me rambling. But nonetheless, I have done those. I think I'm really confident with my star powers. And again, I think if you guys want to do better with your star powers, join my Discord and get access to that star powers list and add to it yourself. All the generous people that have done so already in the Discord, very much thank them for that. And you guys should too. So if you want to be thanked as well and want to be taken in with open arms within that Discord, chuck some codes into that page and you'll be very much appreciated for it. So I appreciate all those who have tuned into this video. Anyways, again, thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Again, be sure to check out my podcast and my breaks page in the description of this video. And I hope to see you all again for another one. Best of luck for the weekend, everybody. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.